Now that we have our letter, I'm going to show you how you can make labels here to go with your mail merge letter. To do that, we're going to go ahead and open a new Office document here. So go ahead and go up to the Office button and click on New. Double click on Blank Document. We're just going to start from scratch here. Let's go to the Mailings tab now, and because this will be a mail merge just like our letters, click on the Start Mail Merge button, and we're going to go to the step-by-step mail merge wizard for this. Click on that, and that comes up. Before we chose letters, this time we're going to go ahead and click on Labels and hit Next down here to move on. Now this is where we decide what kind of labels we'll be using. What will we be putting into our printer so that it can set the place of the labels properly in our document here. So click on Label Options. You can see it has the label vendors here, Avery, A4, A5, and it has the different product numbers. You should be able to find what you're looking for on the box of labels that you would be using if you're doing this at your business, or if you're doing it at home. This is the one that we have from the book, so we're going to go ahead and keep it on that and just hit OK. And that puts in place all the formatting that needs to be done to print to that specific label product. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to hit Next to select our recipients. Now we did a new list with our letter, but we have that list now. We want to use the same list we used with our letter, so we're going to keep it on Use an Existing List, and we're going to hit the Browse button here. Now we need to go find that recipient list we used before. So I know I saved mine in my documents, CIS 123, Health Club members right there. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to hit Open, and there's my list I had from before. I'm going to go ahead and just hit OK now. This is the list that I want, and there's my list. It's been added in. Now I'm going to hit Next to arrange my labels. Now what you want to do here is there's some templates or defaults that you can use for your labels, and one of them is address block. That's going to be a pretty common one that you'll use. Go ahead and click on address block, and it'll let you kind of customize how you want it. For the sake of this assignment, we're just going to use the most standard one that they present us. So you can hit OK now, and you can see it added the word address block right in here. That's really a mail merge or a merge field that it put in there for us. So the next thing that we want to do, hang on, let me catch up, is to click on the Update Labels button here. This will add whatever's here in the first label to all of the next labels. So I click on that, and you can see it adds address block to all of those places there. So now that we've done that, you can hit Update Labels here. You could also hit it right down here on the wizard. The book probably has you hitting it here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit Next. Alright, and now we get to see a preview. So this looks about right. It should match up with what you have there in your book. After you've got the preview, hit Next, and it completes the merge, and you can hit Print at this point. That's what we'll do. We'll hit Print to send these to the printer. This looks just like we did with the letters. You can choose all, we can choose one of them, we can choose a range of them. Go ahead and hit OK here. This is where you'd set up your printer and send it to your printer. This is where you'd need to put your labels into your printer. I'm not actually going to print right now. You may want to just to see how it works. But if you wanted to, you'd hit OK. I'm going to hit Cancel. And the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to save this document. So I go up here, I hit the Save button. Since it's a new document, it'll prompt me for the name. And we will save this as Health Club mailing labels in that same folder that we had before. That's where I am right now. Let me just double check. Slow computer again. And my computer is frozen up. Well, you guys are probably pretty comfortable with saving documents now, so make sure you save it in a place where you can find it later in the Health Club folder actually that we created back in earlier in the lesson. So that's the end of this part of the assignment. That's how you create your labels.